Okay, here's a hypothetical. You just started a brand new server, or restarted your old server, whatever the case may be, just started a new server. Your friend logged on before you had the opportunity. You had to go to work, or go to the bathroom, or eat some fish, or whatever it is you do. It's nighttime. That's irrelevant. That's not the point at all of this video. But the server's been going for a minute, and your friend already logged on. He said he built a base very near spawn. You advised him against that, but he did it anyway. And so you look around for it, and boom! There's a thing over there. And you say to your friend, because he's online, "Oh hey, I didn't expect you to just build a big giant square out of one kind of brick again, like you always do." And he's like, "Yeah, totally. Big giant squares made out of one thing are beautiful. That's why I like to make them. Oh, but this one is a little different from usual, because I made that glass elevator that you showed me how to make." "Oh yeah, there's definitely a glass elevator, and you know what? That redstone block in the middle of it kind of makes it look pretty neat, too. You did something that looks neat. That's amazing." He says, yeah, I learned stuff. "But I have a problem," your friend says. "I'm going to have a potato farm where that dirt is." I'm in the nether, by the way, collecting more netherrack, because that's what I want to build out of. "But that dirt up at the top of my thing?" You say, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I want that to be a potato farm. But here's the deal. I want there to be room inside the big giant square of one block to have stairs to go, all the way up and go to whatever floor I want. So I don't want rail in the way or anything like that. Is there any way I can introduce items into the glass elevator right there at that level?" And you say, "Yeah, totally. Do you have any redstone stuff collected so that I can help you build something like that?" He says, "Yeah, there's totally redstone stuff in that chest by that dude who's going to be the potato collector." Well, not the potato collector, but the guy that the potato collector throws potatoes at. "Oh yeah, look at all that redstone stuff. I'm going to help you build this thing." Okay, well that was a fun scenario. But my point is, when you have a glass elevator like this, you don't have to introduce all the items that go up it in the same spot. Down there, I actually did build a working redstone contraption that'll inject stuff into the glass elevator. Not sure why, that's not really the point of this. The point is this right here. You want stuff to go in here, right here. You might have to destroy a little bit of the stuff in the way so that you have room to build it. You're definitely going to want, not a dispenser, that's the wrong thing, a dropper. Pop the dropper on that. And then, the whole point of this is to shoot up. I've tried designs where this will throw items in here, but because it's sideways, probably a good quarter to a tenth of them are flung out the side of the glass elevator. You don't want that, so you pop another one right here. Alright, now here's a trick not many people know. You can read how you can get with a comparator, you can get a redstone signal from the side of these if there's a solid block in between. So we're putting solid blocks here. Doesn't really matter what side you use, you're going to need solid blocks eventually on both sides, so I'm just putting them there. Then we're going to build a little platform to build the timers on, and all that stuff. And yeah, you are going to have to break a little bit, as I already said, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Alright, so I mentioned comparators can read out. Wow, I can talk. Comparators can detect if something is in a thing from the side. And that is true. Check this out. See? That's amazing, isn't it? And you want this, you could probably feed that into there. It doesn't really matter exactly what kind of timer you use, as long as you use a timer that works and does not allow your thing to get jammed. Let's see, if we do that, pop that on there. That'll probably work, right? Let's find out. Yep, there you go. That'll turn it into a clock that only works when something's in it. And because this is on subtraction mode, doesn't matter how much stuff is in it. If it's one item, it'll detect it. If it's entirely full, it'll detect it, and the clock will run either way. That's perfectly fine. But then you still have the problem that this isn't activating this thing. Well, that's why we have the blocks over there. Bring this around. I'm removing a lot more than I really need to, but, you know, it's whatever. This is a tutorial. Doesn't really matter. So, boom. See, that is a redstone repeater. It increases the signal to 16. So this has 16. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plenty of room to spare. So now, every time this goes, when it detects something's in there, any number of things, this clock is going to turn on and off, power and depower at every couple ticks, and power will be sent into this block at the same rate, dispensing whatever you put in there. And now you just repeat this exact same thing on the other side for that. If you want, you could even connect these two and have the same clock operate both of them. Just detect out of both of them. If anything is in either of them, then the line comes around here. That's slightly noisier because a dropper that's dropping nothing when it's activated is louder than if it actually drops something. I don't care. I usually just run the one line because it doesn't matter. But you're a man with tastes, and you want to reduce the noise, you know, a little bit. It doesn't have to be tremendously super quiet, but I mean, obviously you're building this, so it doesn't matter too much. You want it to work much more than you want it to not be loud. So you just do the same thing over here, except of course you have these hoppers in the way, which is not a problem. You can drop it under the line, or you can come out to the side a little longer. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to bring it out to the side more, because if this were my place, I would want to build a floor here to hide all the actual machinery. I might like build a cool thing like down there, up here, to make it look like it's going into a power core or whatever. Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to go around the side, which will not disturb these hoppers, so it's not a problem. And then I'm just going to repeat the process of what I did over here. It's not super complicated, just takes a little bit of time. There you go. And subtraction mode. And then you just bring it around just like you already did on the other side. Whoop, don't do that. And put that there. And now, whenever there's a single thing, even one single thing in either of those, it will activate. This one over here, of course, will shoot its items into that one, which will, of course, shoot its items straight up. And then you just find some glass in your inventory because you are not in creative and you have a gigantic inventory like that. And fill this in. Alright. And then your friend makes this farm operable. And there's a farmer up here, you know, you replace the sand, or not the sand, you replace the dirt. Not really necessary for this, I'm just going to replace some of it so that you know what's going on. Which I'm sure you can figure it out anyway. So I'm the potato collector. I'm not really, obviously, but let's pretend I'm the potato collector. I get a bunch of potatoes. And I throw them at that guy, because he's hungry. Oh, jeez. And this is a normal potato farm. He doesn't collect them as quickly as these hoppers. The hoppers put it into the system, and it just goes right up the elevator. So, there you go. It's operating perfectly. And this does not hinder at all the one that you have down here, let's pop some stuff in there. Doesn't really matter what. Wait, did I actually make a timer over here? I might not have. Oh, this is redstone. That's that explains it. Let's put gold there. Yeah, that's super beautiful. There you go. Now that stuff is going up. That's a fast one. I obviously made a fast clock down there. It's mixing with those potatoes, and they are all going up to the top. So there you go. That's how you inject stuff midway up an item elevator. It's actually quite simple to do. You can just have your sorter system up here, or whatever it is you plan on doing, and that's how you do it. Everybody have a good day. This is Space Yeti, signing out.